it going, everybody? Andrew McAuley, aka KindBeats, here with lesson 10 in the Return to the Groove series. Today's special, we're going to be working on something that I've been working on recently. I call it an upside down samba. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whew. Gotta get my bearings straight. That was scary. Okay, so first things first. For those of you that are not familiar with the traditional samba for the drum set, what we normally have is a bass drum playing 1 E and up 2 E and up 3 E and up 4 E and up 1 E and up 2 E and up 3, okay? And our hi-hats come in on the end, so you have 1 E and up 2 E and up 3 E and up 4 E and up 1 E and up 2 E and up 3 E and up 4 E, okay? And then over that, on the cross stick or on the snare, what you normally have is some type of pattern. The one I'm going to use right now is the one that I use in today's lesson. So, it goes like this. Okay. Normally it's also accompanied by a 16th note ride pattern, sometimes like this. Other times the ride pattern is, okay? So what we're going to do today is we're going to be playing an upside down samba. We're going to flip it around so that we're going to be playing our bass drum pattern on the snare drum, our snare drum pattern on the bass drum, our hi-hat chick stays in the same place on the end, and we're going to have 3 different patterns that we can play with our right hand that are going to fit over that groove. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to take the snare drum. Now, like I said, in the traditional samba, this pattern is played on the bass drum, which represents the surdo in Brazil, which is like basically their bass drum. So, what we're going to do is voice that pattern on the snare drum, and it's going to be like this. 1 E and up 2 E and up 3 E and up 4 E and up. So check it out. Alright, so now let's familiarize ourselves with the pattern that we're going to be playing on the bass drum. Normally, like I said, in a traditional samba, this pattern would be played on the snare drum, but we're going to be voicing it down here in our upside down samba. So it would sound like this. Now let's try and put the two together. Okay, now the next step is to add in our hi-hat chick on the ends. Now we get to a couple of options. What we're going to do is with our right hand, or I should say your lead hand, whatever you're most comfortable using, we're going to play 3 different patterns that you can choose from. The first is going to be a simple quarter note on the bell of the ride like this. Okay, so here's the first ride pattern over our groove. Okay, so so for the second pattern, all we're going to do is play eighth notes on the ride cymbal. The thing is that our first eighth note is going to be on the cymbal, and then the second eighth note is on the bell of the ride, back and forth between the two. So it would sound like this. Okay, now let's take a look at the groove with the second ride pattern. Okay, and now for the trickiest of the three options, but also the coolest, we're going to play eighth notes broken up between our tom, our ride, and our floor tom, and then back the same way that we came. What this does is it voices the surdo, the traditional surdo in Brazilian music, on our toms, and the ride cymbal also adds in as yet another hit, and it's coming in on the ends, so it gives kind of an upbeat push or feel to it. Now let's try and put the two together. Alright everybody, so that wraps it up for lesson 10 in the Return to the Groove series. I really wanted to make this lesson special and have it challenging not only for you guys but myself as well. And I think I reached the objective. It drove me nuts for a while trying to work this out, and I'm hoping that a couple of you other people out there are pulling your hair out trying to figure it out as well, because that means that you're pushing yourself, you're challenging yourself, and eventually you're going to be better. So until next time guys, have fun, make it your own, practice hard, play harder, poof!